Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin, and I'm so grateful that you took some time out of your day to spend it with me to learn a little bit more about crypto and DeFi. But before I go any farther, please remember none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Crypto and DeFi are very risky. Please do your own research. It helps to build conviction in your assets. In today's video, we're going to explore an easy method for earning up to 75% APR on your Bitcoin using yield farming strategies with a management tool I'm going to discuss in just a minute. But before we begin, please like and subscribe, ping that notification bell, and share this video with anyone in this space who would benefit from some extra knowledge. And check out our links below, dadsdefispace.org, and find me over on X, CryptoZone1013, and Telegram, DadDeFi1013. In today's video, we won't just be looking at Bitcoin, which is the hardest asset known to man, in my humble opinion. Look at the numbers. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. But today, we're going to explore ways we can take some of that Bitcoin and deploy some capital in yield farm to earn. Before we begin, I want to talk a little bit more about Bitcoin, the best inflation hedge and one of the largest appreciating asset, no, the largest appreciation asset of the 21st century. Doc and Marty would go back in time to get more Bitcoins. I would go back in time to get more Bitcoins. And I can't go back in time, but what I can do instead is yield farm some of my Bitcoin position. For the next part of this video, we are going to look at Krystal Finance, a liquidity farming agent. It's a automatic liquidity management system, so it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Remember, if you're ever using something like Krystal, Aperture, or maybe VFAC, then you are using a automatic liquidity management tool. We're going to launch the app and go into my portfolio. And this is a strategy that I built last night. Now, I recently closed a Bitcoin wrapped ETH position. I had a loan out on it on Revert. And then I took the proceeds after closing that position, and some of it went into a lending position, and the other half of that went into this liquidity pool. Now, so far, we've made only about a $6 profit loss on this. Some of that's to price appreciation, and some of that's to small amount of fee generation. And if you look over at the metrics, I'm earning 38% APR per year averaged over the last 7 days on my Bitcoin. Now, I've been in this position before and also a USDT 0.05% position. One of my favorite components of Krystal Finance is they put in a lot of metrics that you can use to keep current and research on your, keep the research current on your liquidity positions. This Bitcoin position I just established has a range of 73,000 to a little over 91K. I would consider that a moderate range, but it's kind of, where I'm watching Bitcoin right now. Not financial advice, of course. And what I want to do is show you how I can increase my liquidity on this position. So I'm zapping in as a function that I really like on Krystal because the zap in allows us to do all the swaps, deposit the liquidity. It does everything for us. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy dad, and I like that. Right here, we're going to explore some of the metrics of this pool. Of course, these metrics change almost by the minute, but this pool, which is $541, which included $535 of deposits, no withdrawals yet because it's less than 24 hours old. It has a profit loss of $6. I am losing a little bit on the hodl, but that's hard to tell when it's only been open for a day. So we can check this back later. We can check on this a little bit later in the week. But this current range between 73,000 and 91,100 is easily earning about 38% a year right now. And I would say 30% is the lower end of the range this would average in. Usually I'm earning closer to 50% on positions like this. Now, I didn't want to go into great depth in this video, but you can use strategies like this to build your Bitcoin bag, a technique I learned with the Underdog Investment Group, Crypto Labs Research Underdog Investment Group, which is one of the best DeFi groups in this space. Check out the link below for 20% off your first month and tell them Dad's DeFi Space and $50 USDT for you to start your DeFi journey. Now, if you're going to run positions like this, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, it doesn't matter the asset you use. You need to pay close attention to your impermanent loss. Impermanent loss is what happens within a liquidity position when you take the counter trade, because that's what you do. People are swapping either USDT for Bitcoin or Bitcoin for USDT. So whatever they're not trading for, you are. This impermanent loss kind of pairs the crypto assets to what you would have had if you just holded the position. Because if you look at the beginning, it started off 33% Bitcoin, 67% USDC. And if you look at the hodl, that's setting at 45% Bitcoin, 55% USDC. So Bitcoin price has gone Bitcoin price has gone up since we started this position. I don't want to dive into all the details, but the use of Krystal Finance is to farm Bitcoin yield. Great. And I like this because with some of these positions I showed you today, most of them were farming straight fees, not rewards. So what I wanted to do now is I was going to go into the hot pool function, and I'm going to keep on Arbitrum since that's the network my position was on to begin with. And we are going to look up Bitcoin positions. So I'm going to type in wrap Bitcoin on Arbitrum. It's going to give me all the positions. Now let's sort these by the estimated 24-hour APR just to see what's going on. So this USDC, wrap Bitcoin USDC position, the one I just showed you, is the same one that's earning the highest yield percentage right now. 41% over 24 hours is what it's calculating. 34.5 on the hour. And it has a super, super healthy total value lock. But lately, it's also had good volume, and this is normal for this position. I like to go into the positions before I make them because they now include a charting tool integrated into Krystal. I love this. What I want to look, though, is not just the price. I want to look at, you can take a look at total value locked, sometimes volume, the amount of fees it's earning. This one does not register the volumes and fees, but you can look at total value locked, right? Which has been very stable, actually on the rise a little bit. You can check the APR percentage, which is down. The average is hard to say, but I mean, when it's kicking, it's at 100%, 90%, 127. Even this peak is 52, 83. And if you look here, we peak at what? 45, 50. And right now, just under 45%. I'll take that on my Bitcoin as long as you know the risk when providing concentrated liquidity, because you have to watch out for impermanent loss, which you don't have to worry as much in full range positions, but you're not going to earn that kind of yield. Now, what I'm going to do with the fees that I earn on this pool is a whole nother story. So if I go back to my position, as it earns yield, I can claim these fees. If the price is down, sometimes I put it straight back into the pool. if price is up and I think it's going to go back down, I sell it off into stables or I just add it to my cold storage Bitcoin bag. With this one, I'm going to probably split it half and half, reinvesting my USDC into this position to earn yield, and taking the Bitcoin I earn in this position, I'm going to add it into my Bitcoin bull run bag. I hope this video today is informative and you earned an easy method to earn yield on your Bitcoin. If you enjoy content like this, please like and subscribe, ping that notification bell, and check out our links below to help support the channel. If you want to earn more yield, consider subscribing, but also consider looking into the UIG Underdog Investment Group. Find us on dadsdefispace.org and find me over on X, CryptoZone 1013. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.